Hi guys, this is AC Gamer back with another video on Tower of Fantasy. Now, I just woke up to one of the most amazing news that they could ever do for Tower of Fantasy, which was they buffed Frigg. Now, they didn't buff the damage, they essentially just made her a more supportive ice character. Now, he actually makes her very good at C0. Now, her best skill was locked behind a C3 in my opinion, which made her essentially a Wales character or an on-free-to-play character, because not many free-to-play players will be able to get this character to C3 and essentially unlock the best part of Frigg. Now, in the CN server, Frigg was a supportive DPS character where she was able to increase your force attack by 15% in the ice domain, and as well as give you a 25% increase to your shatter value. Now, this was what I really liked about Frigg. I didn't care about her damage. I didn't even care that they decided to nerf her damage by 100%. I didn't care, because the main use for Frigg in my eyes was a supportive DPS where she was able to buff up your future ice characters. They removed that, or they made that impossible at C0, and then they moved that to C3, which I didn't like. Now with the maintenance that happened, they decided to remove that and put it back to C0, which means that every free-to-play player should be happy if they did summon for Frigg. I think the people that will hurt from this are the people who had to get her or summon to get her to C3 to get the best part of her kit. Now they didn't really need to do that because they've made that possible at C0. They might feel like they wasted a currency, but at the same time at C3 the damage from Frigg will be increased even more, which makes her overall better. So I don't think it would hurt too much, but I do like the fact that they buffed up Frigg. Like I said, didn't really care that they nerfed her damage. I really wanted her for supportive role so that she can better improve my psyche in the long run. I wasn't essentially going to use Frigg too much. All I wanted her to do was just to buff up my ice character. Now this makes her absolutely viable, and you know, I was going to make a top 5 characters video for Tower of Fantasy where I would have gone over the top 5 character. I was going to put Frigg at number 4, but now with this recent change, she's easily at number 2. Now, a must-have for Frost team in my opinion. Now, Claudia is going to be coming up very soon, where she gives you 20% increase in damage. Now, a lot of people will say that Claudia is a lot more better to get to buff up your characters, which is essentially true. Claudia's mechanic isn't locked behind elemental resonance. You can essentially use Claudia in any single team to buff up your damage, but I will absolutely take Frigg the way she is right now, with the buff at 15% attack for Frost characters, as well as the 25% shatter value as well. I absolutely love that. So yeah, right now I don't think I regret summoning for Frigg. Now when I summoned for Frigg, I was very upset with myself, because I knew that even if I summon for Frigg, I probably will not use her. I wasn't sure if I was going to use Frigg in the long run, just in case Saki also gets the ice resonance. And if they do give her the ice resonance, Frigg will essentially be useless in my Frost team, and then I'll just use another buffer character, maybe Subasa, maybe Claudia. So essentially I was worried that the longevity for Frigg was not as good compared to the other characters we could summon, the limited characters we could summon, for example the Claudia, the Nemesis. Now that they've actually done this, it just makes the Frost team a lot better to use at the moment, and now my regrets that I have has actually been washed away. I think the reason why they decided to make this move for Frigg was so that people will have more reasons to summon for Frigg, because yeah, if you're a free-to-play player, I would have definitely recommended you guys to skip on the Frigg. However, now if you guys wanted to main a ice team, I would definitely say that Frigg is a absolute amazing character for the ice team. Definitely going to be future-proof in the long run. Before, she was future-proof, but you needed to get her to C3, so you essentially had to wait for her to be added to the Gacha shop, where you can use your black gold to actually buy a duplicate for Frigg. But now you don't have to do that, and now she's actually very good at C1. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about in this video. Frigg is going to be an absolutely amazing character for the Frost team. Now this basically puts into perspective the balancing that's going to be done to future characters as well. Now if you take a look at the future balance / nerf and buff they did for Kobo B as well as Claudia, the balance was not as hard compared to Frigg. Frigg got a hard balance. In fact, her damage was reduced, the supportive role she had was locked behind a C3, but comparing that to Kobo B, who also got a nerf / balance, she got a decrease to her damage by like 7%, which wasn't a lot, and with Claudia, she also got an increase by like 5% overall. So as you can see, compared to Frigg, Frigg took a hard hit to the balancing, but now that they've actually gone back and given her that 15% 100% to her passive, it makes her absolutely amazing, and I'm going to be loving my Frigg at the moment, and I can't wait to summon for Saki in the future. Now I still will summon for Claudia because I want to build a physical team in the future as well, so I will summon for Claudia, skip the Ruby, then summon for the Saki, summon for the Lin, summon for the Lyra, and that's basically what I'm gonna do. So hopefully you guys like this video. Tell me down in the comment section whether you like the change the devs did. This essentially makes it more free to play friendly to get your Frigg, because Frigg was a character that was, you know, more catered to the whales or dolphins, because you essentially would have got her to C3 and she will be a staple character in your Frost team, but now you don't have to do that, and now she's just viable at C0. Anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about. It's been your boy AC Gamer, and I'm out.